Hello and welcome back to Mzansi. We're back again. It is that time of the night where we have to deliver what we normally deliver, obviously around this time. This is Friday today, and it hasn't been an easy Friday. It has been a trying Friday. It has been a difficult Friday. Not only that, when we hear news of our members also who are really going through it. So today, this episode, this one, is fully sponsored by Isaiah.
Isaiah.
Yes.
Hi, Isaiah.
Yes, Isaiah. Pated, our member also, who really at his at this difficult time where I think he's saying he's been going out in and out of hospital. And and he said we must say hi to everyone.
Okay, he's saying hi, Isaiah. He's saying hi to everybody, the Mzansi Reality family. Please wish him well on the comment section. Please wish him a speedy recovery. And I'm glad he's out. Did he say he's out of the hospital?
Yes. He's saying that. He said, hi guys, hope you're all doing well. I miss you guys, and just say hi to the family. I have been in and out of the hospital, but now I'm getting better through the mighty of God. Keep on doing the amazing work. Hey, it's font, niece. Keep on doing the amazing work you're doing. We'll be joining you soon. Love you guys. Thank you
love you too,
for the generous
Isaiah.
gift. Also
And
for thinking
thank
about
you.
us when you are sick. Thank you. And not only that, then under there is a member also.
Yes.
Who, I think it's
Dima.
Yes. The member is also not well.
Oh, guys, I wish you all a speedy recovery.
So from this channel,
I wish you all good health. We wish you good health as Mzansi Reality. We wish you a speedy recovery. And I've been there before. That the hospital is a very lonely place, you guys.
yeah, it's a very difficult.
I don't want to go back, but we hope that as you are there, you are keeping your mind off of the process and what is about to happen, but just tuning in, and detoxing and distressing, and thank you so much for thinking of us even on your worst day. Thank you so much. I don't know how to express how I feel. I feel so humbled.
This is a person who's been like really giving to this channel. I'm being honest. I remember this other day I even said, hey, what have we done? But to think about us, even when you are sick, it's really giving family vibes. So
yes.
that's really, we wish you speed recovery. We are humbled. We are really humbled, and we wish you speed recovery. So this episode is really dedicated to you. So
Isaiah,
I'm also sick, guys. That's why we're starting late.
And
I had a really, I still have this bad headache. But yeah, we soldier on. I've been trying to deal with this headache. That's why we're starting late. That's the only reason. I see other people have been calling us. I couldn't even answer the phone because yes.
a headache. It's like this. You know that type of headache, you guys.
Yeah. So, but in any case, I think me on my side, it's a lot of things. But when it comes to our members, really, I think I wish you guys all the best. And anyone who's really sick, feel better. Feel better. Even if you didn't write to us, feel better.
Everyone.
But it's Friday today. Let us get into, I think I would say this is where we get to feel ourselves, to be alive, because we are talking about things that are concerning to other people. That's what we are for, and this is also a sign. This is how this family was created of Mzansi Reality. So, Emily, what happened in that place?
Today I have to be quick. I can see people are gonna be concerned. Guys, wait wait for me to finish before you call in, please.
Yeah, we're not going to answer if you
Please,
call.
I beg.
Most
A little
of,
bit of patience. There are still some things that we need to unpack with Mr. Anonymous. And at the end, but let me get started so that I don't waste any more of your time. So data analyst Gideon Ho's cross-examination did not continue this morning. So he was in court. He was not in court. His evidence has been stood down for Tuesday. Of which I don't think he's even going to come back for Tuesday, if you know what I'm saying. If you saw the cross-examination of Advocate Mngomezulu with Sergeant Makhubo. I don't know if Tuesday host will be at the courts. I don't see it happening.
yes.
So the state leaded a new witness, a police officer who testified about buccal samples taken from accused number 3 and number 4. Also sample collection kit for accused number 3 and number 4. And he said he has 15 years experience in the SAPS and he joined in 2009, worked at the Randburg Detectives, Serious Violent Crimes, and he was transferred to the National Investigating Head Office or the National Office.
Yes.
Also working on violent crimes in 2013. In 2020, he was promoted to the DPCI Directorate of Priority Crime Investigations, known as the Hawks. So he's also there with dealing with serious corruption offenses until January 2020 to November 2020. There, he was assigned to the duty arrangement to help with cold cases under Colonel Gininda.
This is where you know, in all honesty, I don't think he was ever assigned. He just deviated from his duties. That's all I can say about this guy. You could hear, because when he was asked later if he's still part of that, he said no.
No.
So he doesn't even know the outcome of whatever that he did, the swipes that he did. It was never his duty in any case.
We cannot not side-eye that. Bombastic side-eye.
Yeah, we are. I mean, you go into work and then all of a sudden you're out. It's like those people who all of a sudden resign.
Ngena phuma.
Icon.
Department.
Conveniently leave this mess.
Gidli. Cold cases. Gidli. Hoxie.
Conveniently leave the mess. And then you go and retire. And you conveniently go in and then all of a sudden you're out. You don't even know the outcome.
And you don't even know the outcome of that work.
Icon.
Bombastic side-eye. There's no way we can ignore that.
No, we can't. We can't. It is amazing how when you are needed to be in that position, conveniently you've moved, or for some weird reason, the promotions or something.
After getting promoted, you go to another division. After getting promoted.
About that, there's nothing to say about this guy. He only did the swipes, and I think even the defense, they didn't have anything to say to him.
No, he's, in my opinion, the most useless witness.
It's minus one problem. Yeah.
So Baloy asked him, is that correct, that on the 30th of June 2020 you were on duty? And Mondli said yes. His name actually, it's not Mondli, it's Papitsiye. He said that on 2020, June 30th, he received a call from Brigadier Gininda to Sun City Prison to take buccal samples from accused number 3, Carlos Mngube. He was on cold cases at that time, and he met Gininda and Sergeant Makhubo. There was also a photographer and other members of the team. On arrival, they proceeded to the cells, and then he met the head of the prison. Brigadier Gininda introduced himself as a police officer and then stated the reasons why they were there. The reason for them to be there was that there was a suspect in that prison and he needed to take buccal swabs, and the suspect was called from his cell. It was an open place, and Brigadier Gininda introduced himself, and so did he. The suspect was known to him as Carlos, but later known as Mngomezulu. And before he could take buccal swabs, he said that he could recall that he called the investigating officer as he was sitting with the suspect to give him the case number so that he could also write the case number on his DB references, which is Sergeant Makhubo. Then Sergeant Makhubo approached before she could read the case number to him, and before he could take the swab, he said Mngube said to Sergeant Makhubo and him to their surprise.
That's when you sound like a lapdog. But just before we say that, thank you, Nat, for your generous contribution. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ned. Thank you.
Yeah, that's when you sound like a lapdog of some sort. I mean, why are you going to... this is obviously my opinion.
Yes.
Why do you need to add that?
Why?
It doesn't sound like something that happened.
Why? Even if it did happen, why are you adding it?
Your job was to take the swabs.
Yes.
And all of a sudden you call people criminals. Oh, by the way, at the end, you did that. You flopped.
Well, he said that Mtobi Singube said, hey, this case again. This, I thought it was dead, but it's coming back.
Choice of word, dead.
So this was supposed to be a da moment, a
hoo-ha.
headline. Yes, a hoo-ha. And it did become that because I found an article that was based off of this.
Lazy journalist. Very lazy journalist.
That was supposed to be a that moment, a headline, I'm being connected to this case again. And whenever they do stuff like this, honestly, I find it annoying because it also sounds rehearsed and some sort of a crammed thing. Why are you remembering that particular thing and bringing it to the court? It doesn't sound organic at all.
It doesn't.
And I was like, tell me he's not being serious, because I'm thinking to myself, this is also a red flag in itself to say that if he said not again, why am I being connected to this case again? Perhaps he was under the impression that it's the Alexandra case which he got convicted for, or there were attempts to connect him to the senzoMeyiwa trial before you guys even showed up. Because this what did this help? This for a speculator such as myself, it meant that it was not new information that perhaps he was being pinned to the senzoMeyiwa trial or being connected to it as a suspect. I don't understand why he said this. I don't. Maybe, but to me it made me look at you with a side eye. So Tia then said, I asked him, does he know anything about this case? And he decided to keep quiet. Then I decided to continue to take the DNA from him, and he said that he understood what this was for, and that is why I have his signature and fingerprint, which indicates that he consents to this. So a lot of people were saying that he sounded like he was tatazeling, judging from his tone or the voice of his tone. Hi, mina angikho lapho. I don't know whether he was tatazeling or not, but the tone of his voice. Tia then said, I had to make sure that the area was not contaminated. I wore gloves and a mask. I then had a seal sample and I opened it and did a swab in his mouth, left to right. Baloyi asked him, how many times did you swipe in his mouth? And according to his training, he said that 5 times on the right, 5 times on the left, and then 10 times overall, 10 seconds each on both sides. He said he sealed the bag in front of him in the forensic kit. So he said the kit was then handed to Sergeant MOGOLA, and there was no complaint from Ngube, according to him. And he said that the suspect was happy that there was no contamination. Why do they always have to add this word happy?
I don't know.
Happy.
I mean, know.
Uyahlokozwa, and you are happy. They are taking the swabs. You are happy. Why? Even with Ntanzi, he was happy being taken to the dentist.
Yeah, all of them are happy.
Happy.
They are just happy.
Happy
people.
Happy. And then Tia said, I handed the forensic back to Sergeant MOGOLA immediately. I was done. We then had a short meeting with the team, and the brigadier and I left to do investigations on this. So Baloyi asked him, did you undergo any training for taking buccal swabs? And Tia said that he did the training. Now this part was hilarious. The training at Life Hospital in Garsfontein, that's in Pretoria. And they were trained on how to take buccal swabs from any arrested suspect. The reason for that is to collect as many DNA so that it can be registered on the National Forensic DNA Database. Is there such in South Africa? I'm just asking for a friend.
DNA database.
I'm asking for a friend.
It exists in their heads.
Then Baloyi asked him what kind of training, and he said that it was a workshop and they were given certificates on the day. So, are these not attendance certificates?
It doesn't matter.
Like 1 day training, you get a certificate.
You're just taking a spit. It's okay.
Well, Baloyi asked him, had you taken any buccal samples before this? And Tia said a lot of them. Tia now referred to the DNA samples from accused number 4, Mthokoziseni Maphisa, and he said that in 2020, July the 6th, he also reported on duty as normal. Brigadier Gininda asked that they meet at the Buccal prison, and on arrival, it was himself, Brigadier Gininda, Sergeant MOGOLA, and the rest of the team. He said that they met at the head of the prison, and a suspect known to him as Maphisa. They were taken to the office of the head of the prison. They used the office instead of an open area because at Buccal it wasn't there, and instead they used the office of the head of the prison. And he said that investigations then started. They introduced themselves to Maphisa, and Maphisa gave him reasons why they were there, and he did not comment or refused. And then they had to start with the process of taking his DNA. He says that he introduced himself to him. He seemed a bit confused. Maphisa seemed a bit confused, thinking that he was there to charge him on a matter that he knows nothing about. Another red flag. Bare Maphisa, accused number 4, was concerned that he's being charged for a matter that he knows nothing about. In my speculation, word got around, and he received the word, and he was expecting what was coming. Now, did he know that they were going to charge him for the senzoMeyiwa trial? That I don't know.
Was it after was there only one visit to Maphisa?
To take the swabs.
Maybe sort of in a way going around. Maybe they started there. Who's to say that if they started there?
Because already it's giving accused number 4 was resistant to say, you are going to charge me for a matter I know nothing about. Do you understand what I'm saying? Why would you say these things? Why did you say them?
Look, it doesn't matter. Really, this guy, he was not important to me.
He said he informed him that he was not there to charge him but to take DNA samples. After explaining to him, he consented. He took out a sealed kit, continued to do the samples. He had no complaints. And then he said, I then gave it to Sergeant MOGOLA. No threats, no intimidation. I gave them to Sergeant MOGOLA. Zia says that the kit was sealed in his presence, that it was wrapped up, and Zia's evidence in chief was done. Advocate Mnisi started his cross-examination, and Mnisi asked if he was still part of the cold case unit, and Zia said no. He is at DPCI. Advocate Charles Mnisi for accused number 3 asked him whether he knows the outcome of that investigation, and he said no, as he works in another unit now. So he said that he has no idea what is happening with the investigations currently. Then why did he come to testify? Why?
Time wasting.
Well, Ngumalo also asked to approach accused number 4, and when him and Mnisi came back, because Mnisi also asked to consult with his client, accused number 3, and I also saw Ngumalo and Nyeki did not have questions. The judge said that he had questions and asked about accused number 3 not having an ID and gave him the date of birth. And he did not mention the date of birth. And he said that it is written 1984 403. And the judge said it may look minor, but it's serious stuff. And he also wanted to put Mr. Maphisa's ID number on the record. And I kept thinking to myself, what is the purpose of this? But then they said both accused number 4 and number 3 raised their hands. Okay, at the back, at the accused box, they raised their hands. And Tia was whispering that they want to dispute. I don't know how many of you guys picked up that whisper. I get it, his microphone was on.
Yeah, he was talking to, it doesn't
to the
matter.
interpreter. And he said if it's a dispute, it's not a problem. So the counsels were approached the accused, and Ngumalo for accused number 4 said that his client wanted to correct a minor error on his ID number. And after insisting that the ID number was the same, Tia was saying that based on his experience that he has in investigations in his line of work with criminals.
So he's arresting criminals.
Hi.
You are a criminal before you are even.
Before you've gotten a verdict for your trial. So with him, everybody that he investigates is a criminal. Every case that comes to him, you are guilty, Mtagama. You are guilty. You are going to the jail. You are a criminal. Isn't that concerning, though? This person is a police officer, by the way, Asim Sugel. And the judge asked him, who are criminals now? And he said that they have this game, the criminals, of playing shenanigans with them. They give them wrong information. And then when they go to court, they want to say that that is not their ID number. The judge told him to withdraw that criminal story and say some persons. Okay, Ngumalo said that mine is not a criminal. When it comes to court, they want to change and make it seem that you are the one who took the wrong information, Tia said. But that's why fingerprints plays a role in this investigation, because that one you cannot dispute. So he was justifying. This gave, defense mode. Defense. It reminds me of the attitude that MOGOLA initially had in the trial within a trial when she started to testify. It was very defensive mode. And Ngumalo said that my client is not one of those persons. The fact is that the ID number that he was provided to him, it has been confirmed. Okay.
And in fact, he did give you even there.
It was correct. He gave him a correct ID number. So it was just a minor issue. I don't understand why he blew it out of proportion.
Papa. There used to be owners of this land. They own it. They think they know better now.
Then Ratahoid in a joke there, I didn't find it funny, but he was literally saying that
was diffusing the situation.
Yeah, he said that during those times pre-1994, because he was born in 1941 for 1947, and then they wrote 1917.
I can't believe you bringing that joke.
I didn't get that joke.
No, there's nothing.
Okay, let's move on.
There's really nothing.
It was very dry. I didn't understand.
He has dry jokes because he's rude.
Yeah.
For me, according to me, he's rude. We can be rude and have jokes.
I think he today what I picked up, you guys, I'm sorry I have to say this, but you know how we liken him to the era, the pre-1994, it told me something, that he pays attention to the public opinion. He's saying, I'm hearing that other people are saying, hey, during those times, during those times, and how when they had to apply for IDs, they actually had to be, galhat, and have to open their peach cheeks. I don't know if that is true or not. Somebody from that era, please come and confirm. What I do know is that people were forced to have these humongous ID books that they had to carry with them everywhere.
Udompas.
Huge books. Not the smaller nyana cards that we have today. Huge. And carry it everywhere.
In your country.
Hi, Sibuya Gute, South Africa, guys. Yeah. But yeah, I guess he wanted us to maybe understand.
No, there's nothing to understand. You chose there during that time. There were choices. Others decided to be cowards. Others decided to go ahead.
To be heroes.
You don't need to explain your situation now. That thing has passed. It's okay. We understand. You are here with us. Others are not here with us.
Oh my goodness, that is so funny. And this witness, honestly, there was no purpose because at the end of the day, none of the accused person's DNA matched the DNA that was taken at the Spaza house. So DNA relating to the accused now is just pointless at this point. So I don't understand. So Sergeant Butubukai Belina Mukhola. Do you know what Butubukai means, Mr. Anonymous?
Oh yeah, ubuntu buphi.
Where's humanity?
Uyabuza umbuzo, but unfortunately people don't normally follow their names. That's what I've generally. So when you name a kid when you name a kid, you must be careful. Try and inverse, of what you mean.
I know Bomujalifa.
Hey, I love
offense.
They never deviate from Mojang. They never deviate from their calling. Those ones.
I know Bomujalifa. Please don't name your child Mujalifa Kyaukopela.
Hey, there are others who are here who are doing
Please don't name your child Mujalifa. It's like it puts a target. It puts a target on them to say that what the parent named them might not even happen. Do not do it.
But there are others who really don't do actually. But why would you name a kid Mjalifa?
It's like you're putting a target on them. Don't do it, guys. I know it's a beautiful name.
Yeah, it's a beautiful name, but why would you? Yeah.
So Makhubo testified in the trial within a trial and was the arresting officer of accused number 1 on the 30th of May 2020. So inTembisa, Vusimuzi section, that's where accused number 1 resided at the time. So she repeated what she testified in the trial within a trial, and she confirmed that she was part of the team that arrested accused number 1, Muzi Sibiya. She said accused number 1 had 2 cell phones which were seized by Constable Buthelezi.
Yeah.
Who handed them to her. And she says that she placed them in exhibit bags. Let's note this. Note that she's saying Constable Buthelezi.
Yeah.
When they were arresting accused number 1 on the 30th of May. Then Baloyi then said, do you remember the make of the 2 cell phones? And Makhubo said that it was a Samsung Prime Plus. The other one was black and did not have a name. She did not mention the color. But later on I heard Mngomezulu refer to it as gold. So she said we proceeded to his place of residence, then went to Vusmusi Hostel. By the way, hostel, that doesn't exist, but I see collab. And then ended up at the Vosloorus police station. During this time, the phones were in her possession. And from Vosloorus, they went to Ayrton, the SAPS Office of Detectives. And she said that she placed the 2 cell phones in a safe.
Yeah.
So from Ayrton, they went to Valeria police station where the suspects were detained. And the detention took place on the 31st of May 2020. This was around 1 a.m. And then they continued with investigations. By the way, do not forget that on the very same day, he confessed. He made an alleged confession.
Yeah.
On the very same night.
Yeah.
At around 11 a.m., Sibiya was brought by Sergeant Mokhane at Ayrton. And while they were in Ayrton, she says that she took out the cell phones from the safe and left Ayrton to Soweto. From there, she said they then went to Palm Ridge. The investigation ran until late that day, and she says they went to the Tembisa police station after investigations to open a docket. This is when she booked in the 2 cell phones. And she opened the docket for possession of ammunition. And she says that she was in possession of the 3 bags which contained cell phones, ammunition, and magazine, and firearm cleaning rod. So this part for me, I started to be confused now. I was
Yeah.
like, okay. Because I'm remembering the Tembisa case. I'm remembering ammunition there and a charge of ammunition that was there. So I was becoming very confused here. I don't want to lie. Mr. Anonymous, what is happening?
So what happened is exactly, it was explained later by Mngomezulu. It's exactly what. So this guy was arrested for Senzo's case. That's when your Warrant Officer Makhubo, and then from there, for being arrested there, they realized that this Zungu guy, Washayasha, is lying. Because this is a story that was not told. You know, when Zungu said, you remember when Zungu said, I don't know why Warrant Makhubo didn't believe me with Joyce Butelis. Yes. No, they didn't believe him because ubone spoke. Ubone accused number.
Person who was in jail.
Accused number 5, who was in jail, arrested in 2018. And he said he saw him in Tembisa according to his information. This informant. So they didn't believe him. They were like, hey, Chief, why ark? You're lying. It's impossible. This person was arrested in August 2018.
Yes.
And is far from being released.
Or nowhere near Tembisa.
Nowhere near Tembisa, yes. So now I don't know. There's something. And he didn't want to explain why they didn't believe him. He just said they didn't believe him.
Guys.
And he made them look bad. Eventually, it was like, boy choice, they were after him. You know, exactly as two men. So they arrested this guy. This is where you are getting confused. This guy, for this case of substance,
yes,
he's been arrested twice. They arrested him first time.
Yes.
They failed. It was strike off the roll.
Yes.
That is when they were finding the reason now why they held him on Senzo's case. They realized, hey, actually, this guy is lying. And then they took the guy back. As they took the guy back, they searched, allegedly found this waiting for them. And that was strike off the roll. But he was arrested again the same way.
Wow.
And then this one sticked.
Wow.
And guess what? Part of the reason is there. Why is there?
While he's still in custody, why he couldn't even apply for bail was because of this Tembisa case. And we saw how it went even in December. He got a verdict for it. It's 5 years.
It was wishy-washy.
5 years.
We talked about it.
Yeah, we analyzed it. For
It
those
was
who are new
wishy-washy.
and don't know.
This was hogwash.
We talked about it. It was,
If you ask me, it was just hogwash.
It was. I'm not going to
So
lie.
this guy, what we are figuring out now is that they've been criminalized to the core. They are now criminals of high note. Just because someone decided to find something parallel to arrest them with.
And even that other case as well of the ladies and the shooting, the 25 times, and yet they survived. And he's supposed to be in Kabi. And I don't understand what's happening.
So that's why you're confused. It's a deja vu.
It's a deja vu.
It's a deja vu. It happened and it happened again. And this time it sticked.
So MOGOLA said that on the 1st of June 2020, she booked out the exhibits. And she says that when she left the police station, the Tembisa police station, she went to Editon offices. The exhibits were then placed in a safe. She then had the copy of the SAP-13 and read it and had the cell phones. Baloyi said that she doesn't need to refer to the forensic bag containing the ammunition as well as the cleaning rod.
What they were trying to do today, I don't know if you notice. They were driving car at 200 and something or 300k. They were trying to, you know, when you're trying to just wash someone and pass him, you know, it was quick.
It was.
This is an IO of this case.
Yes.
You can't just take less than a day.
Not even less than 30 minutes.
Less than 30 minutes, and then you pass him. This person has all the information.
I was not expecting that the examination in chief was so short. I did not understand.
Yeah. It was
For
it
an
was
investigating officer of the case.
it was shorter than the trial within the trial.
Ooh.
Shorter.
Way short.
And this is the main trial.
And I'm like, why is it so short?
And
Why
it
is
didn't
so
work.
Quick? I feel like something is missing.
It didn't
Why
work.
is it so quick?
Thank God we changed the formation. Mngomezulu is number 1 now.
Yes.
So if it was Rata, maybe, if it was
Ramasipil.
Ramasipil, maybe it would be on Mngomezulu now. It's a good thing that there's a strong starting point. And then maybe Ramasipil is going to come in, and because what he does, he dissects a person and leaves him open, and then someone must finish him. Yeah. So I like the formation now. We are set up properly. It's 1, 1, 1, 2. We have 2 defenders at the end, and we have
the formation now.
3
1,
strikers.
1, 2.
It's
3
1, 1, 2.
strikers. But I asked MOGOLA to turn to the 30th of June 2020 when the Buccal swabs were taken. MOGOLA said that she was with Brigadier Gininda, Lieutenant Colonel Mangena, Sergeant Tsiye, and other team members, and they had gone there for the purposes of investigation. They approached Mtobisi Prince Carlos Mngube, and Sergeant Tsiye was there to take swabs. Colonel Mangena was also doing his own investigation. DNA samples were taken by Sergeant Tsiye. After he was done, he gave them to her, MOGOLA. And Baloyi asked him, what did you do with the forensic bag? And MOGOLA said that she went to Eriton and locked the forensic bag in a safe. So these forensic bags stayed with her for the DNA samples. So MOGOLA now on DNA taken from accused number 4, Mthokoziseni Maphisa, on the 6th of July 2020. MOGOLA then said on that day she was in lookup with Brigadier Gininda and Sergeant Tsiye, and DNA swabs were taken from accused number 4, Mthokoziseni Maphisa, and these were taken by Sergeant Tsiye. The exhibits were handed to her, and they were inside the exhibit bag. So Baloyi asked him, let's turn to the 9th of July. What happened regarding the exhibits you received? And MOGOLA said that she then took the exhibits, the DNA sample from the safe, and forwarded them to Forensic Science Laboratory under Biology for the purpose of investigation. And Baloyi asked him what happened to the exhibits pertaining to the cell phones. And MOGOLA said that on the 17th of July, she took the exhibits to Brixton War Room for downloading. So all this time she's had them with her, the exhibits of the cell phones. And she took them on the 17th of July to Brixton War Room for downloading.
And that is important because that would be Steyn, right?
Yes.
Now, Steyn is writing a different...
is it House? Is it House or Steyn?
Steyn.
It's Steyn. Yeah, it's Steyn, because Steyn was the first one.
That is important, that this woman held on this for long, because they all have different serial number.
Yes.
It's important.
Discovered it. That's why I'm highlighting it. I'm highlighting it, guys, so that you catch it. I hope you caught it. She held on to the cell phones for quite some time. We were taking them for downloading in her safe. Let's move on. But we asked him, let's go to the 26th of October. And MOGOLA says that she went to the Johannesburg prison and she was in possession of the warrant of arrest for accused number 3. And she says that when she got there, she made arrangements for him to be called so that they can execute it, in which she did, and informed him of his rights, constitutional rights. And he said he understood. He asked her to share the evidence against him. Isn't that a good question? What is the evidence that is against me? Now, this tells a story of someone who has walked the journey of this process before. They are asking you, what evidence do you have against me? Listen to what MOGOLA said. MOGOLA said that she informed him that at the right time, there will be a disclosure of the docket, and he understood.
At the right time. Now, is that now the very same person who went on to confess voluntarily without you showing what evidence you had?
That's why they didn't use their so-called statements in the trial within a trial. That's why they didn't use them. Makes sense.
This is someone who you presented your case and then they started shaking. I mean, that's how confessions comes.
She says she was with Constable Buthelezi and Constable Sadike. MOGOLA said that from Johannesburg prison, they went to Modabi prison and did the same thing with accused number 1. And for her, the warrant of arrest was executed. And Muzi Sibiya, in the trial within a trial, said that he was charged on the 26th of October. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah.
And the state said that they had done it in June or July or something like that. They were denying it. I'll put my head on a chopping block. Or something
that's
like
what she said.
Or something like that.
We did that arrogance voice at the time.
Yeah.
Not so arrogant right now.
Now she's very calm. So
she's not calm. She
remember.
Sounds like she wants to cry.
She wants to cry. Are you serious?
She sounds like she's about to cry very soon. That's what.
Now we follow. And we picked it. I picked it up. I'm like, no. Wait a minute. You all said he was lying.
Him in July.
You charged him in July.
Yes.
And remember how accused number 1 was insisting that where is the form with my fingerprints?
Yes.
Because that form will have the right date. I'm going to assume that they found the form, which is why now they are telling us about the 26th of October as the date that they charged him, which they denied vehemently.
Which then would mean that but I think they got him for other cases.
So it means all this time he was contained for those other cases, the illegal substance one and the what do you call it, the firearm. Is it fire, not firearm, ammunition?
It's funny how this unit is capable of finding things.
Black plastic bag. I remember because she said they found the black plastic bag. Mr. Anonymous reminded me of it before we went and did the live. That part where MOGOLA had testified that the reason they went to this Vusimuzi hostel was because they had found ammunition and were looking for the firearm. I remember that part. And that's when it triggered to me, even with the arresting of senzoMeyiwa on the 30th of May, they were looking for the so-called firearm. And they conveniently find a black plastic bag of ammunition. And one would say around that time, they were supposed to let him go. But convenient enough.
The same thing. If you look at how when he was first arrested on 2019.
2019.
They were supposed to let him go, and conveniently they went on to find substances the same way. That's how they. I mean, that looks like this is how they're operating these days.
It's very interesting, and I remember. But let me not bring it up. It's a totally different case. Let me not dilute them. Let's leave them alone.
Yeah.
And then she says that on the 17th of June 2020, she received the exhibit bag containing DNA of accused number 2 from Sergeant Mokhane. And then she took it to the forensic science laboratory, and she said that she made a statement regarding that. So that was a wrap-up of her evidence in chief. Look at how short it was. It was very quick and fast. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. What is happening? Okay. All right. And then Mngomezulu started with his cross-examination. MOGOLA confirmed that she is the investigating officer for the case 63610 of 2014. And she also confirmed that investigations commenced from the 30th of May until a warrant of arrest was executed to accused number 2 at Modabi prison. So Mngomezulu asked, during the investigation of this matter, is it correct that there are several statements that you took from witnesses and commissioned them? And MOGOLA said, correct. correct. Mngomezulu asked him, there was something that was not put to you during your testimony in the trial within a trial about the arrest on the 19th of March 2019. Do you have any knowledge of that? And he continued to ask him that there was something that was not put to you during your testimony in the trial within a trial. And do you have any knowledge about it? And MOGOLA said that, do you know what was the reason for his arrest? Okay, this is the question that Mngomezulu was asking. And MOGOLA said that he was found in possession of illegal substances.
Yes. You know why? Why Baloyi didn't want to go deep with her?
Why?
She portrayed weakness.
Today.
No, even that time. She was found wandering.
She was found wandering today as well.
Yeah, so he didn't want to go deeper. I think he understood that, hey, if I go deep with this person, it's going to contradict herself.
A lot, because it happened the last time. The last time there was so many contradictions. There was a lot. It was a lot. And yeah, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. So Mngomezulu then asked him, is that the information that you have? Because according to accused number 1, he was arrested for the murder of senzoMeyiwa on that 2019 arrest of March. And MOGOLA said, nowhere does the statements of Sergeant Baloyi and Mudau say that. Asked if she was in possession of those statements, MOGOLA said that she can look for them. So Sergeant
they are not
Baloyi
coming anyway.
And Mudau are the ones that arrested accused number 1 for the illegal substances case, the Tembisa case. We talked about it. Find the video. I remember these 2 names.
Yes.
So MOGOLA said that she could look for those statements. So the case number is 2133 of 2019, possession of illegal substances. Mngomezulu asked if those statements are not in the 636 case, and MOGOLA said that they are. And Mngomezulu asked to suspend that question relating to the statement of the 2 officers because he does not have those statements. The judge asked if the state provided the defense with those statements, and Baloyi said that the contents of the Tembisa docket were disclosed to them. So Mngomezulu said that that is why he would like to suspend the question. Mngomezulu said that the file he was given did not relate to the 636 case. So already here there's a jam, because MOGOLA is saying that those statements from Baloyi and Mudau are in the 636 case, and they're saying they disclosed the docket for the Tembisa case. However, Mngomezulu is saying that he would like to suspend the question because he hasn't found those statements to be a part of 636. They're not there for 636.
You guys, let's like the video. As usual, let's like the video. This is a time where we have to remind you, please, to like the video or do something about the video. Just interact with the video and go on the comment section and comments if you can. Subscribe and share it. You can do whatever that you need, but please support the video as much as you can. Others have already sponsored the video, so please, all we're asking for is for you to support a video so that others, the morning gang, can be able to see it and be reminded about it. Because if you don't like it, then we definitely are not going to be recommended. So please like so that we are recommended.
Yes, please, plus. So yes, Mngomezulu then said the arrest of accused number 1 was not related to illegal substances when he was arrested by Baloyi and Mudau. They accused him of the allegations of the senzoMeyiwa murder, and he was taken to Shrolokop where he was interrogated. MOGOLA said that in the 2 statements of Mudau and Baloyi, nowhere do they say that they arrested him for the senzoMeyiwa case. So Mngomezulu,
why was he investigated for senzoMeyiwa case then?
What was the spark?
What sparked
What
that?
made you look at him as a suspect?
Mudau must come back also.
Mudau.
Yeah, one of them.
No Baloyi.
One of them.
Mngomezulu then asked him, on the day of the interrogation, there was an officer named Zungu, General Leshabane, General Sibiya, Warrant Officer Makhubo. And he said that those witnesses will come and confirm that. I know that they are going to come, yes. Because
even though Baloyi tried to block them.
said that Leshabane and the other one, Sibiya, yes, they will be coming for the state.
It's fine. We are waiting for them. Why then are we worried when
in
we
the trial
postpone?
within a trial?
Why are we?
Mngomezulu had
that was a blockade. I don't
asked.
think Leshabane is coming. I don't think, and I don't think so. But either way, if he doesn't come, then we are going to shift him to the defense.
To the defense, yes, he'll become their witness.
If he comes, we will ask him the question. Either way, there is no other way around this.
So Mngomezulu said that at the time when they interrogated accused number 1, there were no charges of possession of illegal substances at that time at Shorelokop. And MOGOLA said that the statements of the arresting officers does not say that he was questioned on the passing of senzoMeyiwa. And after the interrogation of accused number 1 on the 19th of March, from the information given by Zungu, which those officers did not believe it, and they will come and confirm that. That's the reason why accused number 1 was released on those allegations. But prior to the release, Mngomezulu said that I will tell you something. A decision was taken to search him, and he was arrested for possession of illegal substances. After the allegations of murder, he was released. They said he was found in possession of illegal substances. So MOGOLA now asked Mngomezulu to put the question in a different way. He wanted
Mngomezulu to ask if he knew anything about that, and probably she was going to say no. So Mngomezulu did not go that direction of saying, do you know anything about the meeting where this guy was arrested? He just went in as if she knew it, and she found herself in the middle of a dam, and all of a sudden she wants to come out, ask me if I know you're not asking me, you're not teaching me how to cross-examine.
Yes, Mngomezulu actually said that. Well, she said that Mngomezulu shouldn't drag the two statements of Baloyi, and she thinks that if he can put it to her, and if he can put it to me and say, do you have knowledge if there was a meeting in Shorelokop in whereby who was present? Because I am a part of the investigation team. And Mngomezulu said that, she
was actually ready to, this is a script gone wrong, man.
I know you're not teaching me how to cross-examine.
She was ready for that question in that manner.
She was ready.
This is preparation of a wrong chapter. And then the question comes and asks you about, when you prepare for one multiple choice question, yes. And then next thing you are requested to write an essay about the whole chapter.
Sure.
And then you
two totally different preparation mechanisms.
That's when you know
for
you're failing.
For an essay and a multiple, totally different.
That's when you know you're failing. That thing definitely.
It once happened to me.
You start freestyling.
It once happened to me in my first year.
You start freestyling. You think of.
We were told the exam would only be multiple choice questions.
Yeah.
Okay, I prepare. When I got there, Mr. Anonymous, it was multiple choice questions with 2 essays. And it was a term test. And the multiple choice had negative marking.
There you go. You get it wrong, you're out.
Let's just say. Yes.
So she prepared the whole night.
It was rough.
If they ask you a question about the first arrest, you must always say that you didn't know anything about that. You don't know why Warrant Officer Makhubo was there. Maybe that's where she wanted to go.
But when I say that they are rehearsed,
and then they're like, no.
When you are rehearsed,
we're not going to ask
happens.
you this time. You are going to answer the question as if you were there.
When you are too rehearsed, stuff like this happens.
Please put it to me. Please
put it to me this way.
Please put it to me.
I know I can answer it if you put it to me like this.
she was asking, hey, this was crazy. He was asking, hey, put it to me, please.
Put it to me.
They said you'll
please.
put it to me. The next thing you're going to be saying that. Hey, put it to me.
That's what she prepared for, not this whole entangling of general, and then next thing. Huh? But I liked it. I liked it very much. Mngomezulu then said, I know you're not teaching me how to cross-examine, but what I can tell you is that the version that I got from accused number 1, which I put clearly and you understood it, you were better able to respond on what I was telling you. But let me move on. I don't want to waste time on this one.
Mngomezulu ruffled the feathers. You know how he started asking his question? He was all over.
Yes.
He was all over.
Yes.
And then he started consolidating, and then
Amukonara. That's what we call being cornered there. Being caught.
He opened the net very wide.
Corner.
And then he started coming back. Oh,
And
by the
there's
way,
no
I
way
forgot.
out.
You know, it's like it was unstructured. And then next thing, he started asking for, please ask me this way.
So after his release, Mngomezulu said, accused number 1, after his release, he was taken to Tembisa. That is where he was charged for case 21703 of 2019 for possession of illegal substances. And it was ultimately decided that the matter was not placed on the roll and he would be released. Mngomezulu said the question that he wanted to pose to MOGOLA, if she has any knowledge of the arrest of 2019, he asked her, do you know if there were photos that were taken of accused number 1 when he was arrested? And MOGOLA said that she didn't have any photos under Tembisa South case 2173 of 2019.
I feel like this is a hint when MOGOLA. This is a hint. You know, when they ask you about this thing, they already know the answer. You know, you just need to admit that there were pictures taken, because obvious, why would you ask if there were pictures that were taken?
Because the pictures are there.
Because they are there. And now you're going to have to answer for that. Save yourself. Say, yes, they were taken. Did you use them? Yes, I used them on the new case.
You know.
Save yourself time.
Well, then Mngomezulu said, do you know if cell phones were taken from him during the first arrest? And MOGOLA said that she does not remember any cell phone being taken. This is where now I'm like, were you there in the arrest of 2019? Maybe you are getting confused. You don't remember any cell phones being taken. Is that your duty to remember if you were
Maybe
there?
they did take these cell phones and then they did something on them and then they brought them back. Maybe they took pictures or something that they wanted. Then they brought them back.
Then Mngomezulu said, if perhaps photos were taken during the first arrest, you'd agree with me that such
They
photos
should be part.
would have been kept in the docket under case 21303 of 2019. And MOGOLA started now sounding like, maybe Counsel, if you can explain the part of the photos, because what I know is that you can take a photo for the purpose of investigating, and thereafter, when the suspect is arrested and placed in the holding cells, I know that there are people, crime intelligence office, they would go there and take the photos of the suspect. It's not like in the form of a photo album or a form of an album. Then Mngomezulu asked him, let's move on. The fact is that no photos were taken on his first arrest.
I think those photos, they took them and they're using them now as evidence or intelligence or something.
Because it would be tricky to take photos if his version that he was assaulted on the night that they took him on the 30th of May.
Yeah, I think maybe they took the pictures at the time for whatever that they were taking them for.
And
then
using them
now
for
they are
Senzo's
using now
case.
to validate Senzo's case.
Because even with the trial within a trial, they brought up pictures that he took. I remember being pictures of his shirt off, trying to prove that no assault had taken place. Do you remember that part?
Yeah.
And I asked myself, why are you taking such? Okay, you are trying to prove that the assault did not take place, but it was a couple of days later after the incident of his allegation saying that they had assaulted him. Why didn't you have the picture? I get when they arrest you the first day, don't they take a picture?
They are supposed to.
And your fingerprints and stuff. Where is that one? Why ingekho?
They're using the old one.
Loopholes. Then on the 30th of May 2020, when you approached accused number 1 on Tembisa with a J50 warrant of arrest, that warrant of arrest indicated a case of 2173 of 2019, and MOGOLA confirmed it. So Mngomezulu asked him, the 2 phones that were taken from accused number 1 were taken before a confession was made. Do you agree? And MOGOLA said that's correct. Mngomezulu then said, what was the reason for taking those cell phones if you were executing a warrant that related to possession of illegal substances? What was the reason?
For investigation purposes.
That's what she said. And Mngomezulu asked him, for which investigations? 217 or 636? And MOGOLA said that all the investigations pertaining to accused number 1.
All of the above.
Why are you not saying illegal substances? Because you're saying, no way, we didn't arrest him for that in 2019. We didn't arrest him for the senzoMeyiwa case in 2019. Why are you now including all the investigations? So Mngomezulu then asked him, I want to put it to you that those cell phones were obtained unlawfully because the reason... And then he said before he proceeded, there's something that slipped his mind. He put it to MOGOLA. You became aware that accused number 1 was first arrested in 2019. When you became aware of that fact, was it before you arrested him for the second time or after you had already arrested him? And MOGOLA said that before the arrest, Mngomezulu then said, meaning it never came to attention that when he was arrested for the first time, the first arrest related to the death of senzoMeyiwa. And MOGOLA said no. Mngomezulu asked to show MOGOLA the annexure of HOS. And MOGOLA said that she could not see the photo clearly. She could only recognize it because there are names underneath the photo. Now, I want to ask this, Mr.
This is an investigating person.
The investigative person who MOGOLA?
Yeah, it's an investigator in this case. Why would you not know?
Why would... Yeah, she was acting dizzy with the photo. But my question is, was this the very same photo that the judge coerced HOS yesterday to say that it was accused number 1? Is it the same picture? It
seems, yes, it seems.
So Mngomezulu asked her, so you will agree with me that the person is wearing a hat? And I was like, wait a minute. Wait. When they take that photo for charging you, they tell you to take off your hat.
Yeah.
I think at some point wigs were also taken off. If you're wearing a wig, you would have to take it off.
So the warrant of arrest that was used there is also of 217 for Senzo's case.
Yes.
So they arrested him with the wrong warrant of arrest. He considered that. But I'm sure it passes through the head of the church above.
He doesn't need... was he writing notes? Was he writing notes?
He tried to maratarata. To disturb Mngomezulu again.
Yeah, he did.
They've been talking, these lawyers. No.
So vele simzive nje. Uyarespond ama izijwa. Mngomezulu momnikeza attention umkhombisa inhlonipho vele nje he just doesn't like respect.
He wants to collapse.
He doesn't
the whole
appreciate the respect that he's given, so he just takes advantage whenever they acknowledge him. So it's best to just move, because that's what the witnesses do either way, and he couldn't even reprimand Tsiye properly for saying that criminals,
He was enjoying it.
He couldn't.
That's how the police of those days were behaving.
Well, then Mngomezulu asked her, is it common practice in the SAPS that when you take a photo from a suspect, you take a photo from a suspect wearing a hat? Is it common practice? And MOGOLA said that you mean when you want to profile a suspect. And Mngomezulu said for all the reasons. Let me comment on the profiling, MOGOLA said. If you take a photo for profiling, you have to take off the hat because it must show the full view of the person. That is me thinking. That's what she was saying, that's her opinion. That's how she thinks. And because on how they do it, she has no knowledge because she doesn't take photos of suspects.
So someone, Zosbi, is saying MOGOLA was not sure about so many policies, as if she is just a clerk doing affidavits and the charge office. And that sounds like someone said, remember the caller that said this person does not know anything?
There was a caller told us that.
Yeah, it's not us, it's a caller.
Baz. Yes, that is true. Even before, in her initial testimony, I had complained about the same thing. Remember, Mr. Anonymous, that it seems like she doesn't understand the processes.
That's why she's choosing a profiling, because she knows the profiling.
She doesn't know.
She could have used a general answer.
She skipped some ranks or something. The low level of being a police officer is like she was never there. She never took part.
She never got her hands dirty.
No.
She should have just said, "Oh, you don't have to wear a hat. You police, you can't be taking a picture and you are wearing a hat."
It was very simple.
It's
I'm not a
knowledge.
police officer, but I know that would not happen. No. They take off the hat. They want a full picture, yes. They want a full profile picture. It's called a profile picture for a reason. So, I'm not a police officer, but the way she's answering, it's making me feel like, did you become a sergeant or something at the lower level, like helping with investigating a case that you were assigned? Cases that you should have worked for a couple of years before you got to this level now.
Or you are dealing with artificial cases.
Or maybe you were sitting at a desk and typing. You were an admin clerk. What didn't hang?
All right. Let's like the video, guys. Share the video, like the video, subscribe. We remind you, please, and interact with us on the comment section. Thank you.
Well, Mngomezulu said, I understand. I will get to the second arrest where the photos were taken. Mngomezulu then asked her to read what was below the photo, but just before she could do it, there was a long adjournment. And when they came back, she read the name as Muzi Sibiya.
What are these people? They couldn't even write the names of the accused.
They didn't write them properly.
There's Yolungsani, there's Muzi Sibiya.
They did not write them properly. Mngomezulu asked MOGOLA to read a paragraph from the affidavit by Veiws, and she read it. The paragraph said, and I quote, the number of Kuhlwa manje, Sibiya, accused number 1, with cell number 2779379037, was saved on SIM card under index NR109 as Muzi. The number was identified through Truecaller section 205, and during an arrest, Tembisa case 2133 of 2019, a Samsung SMG 532F was with IME number of 3582217081780163. Forensic bag is PA6500178680, and the number was found in his possession. So Mngomezulu then asked, it speaks about one cell phone, and MOGOLA said yes. So Mngomezulu asked, when preparing this evidence with your evidence, the distinction is that he refers to a cell phone that was taken in 2019, and MOGOLA said that she doesn't see any sentence that says that the phone was taken in 2019.
It's CAS 217. It's enough for you to actually. You know, like the judge. I don't bet it's the judge, man.
You know, she has crammed.
We can sit
for an exam
and discuss that thing until Jesus comes back.
Mngomezulu explained to her that it deals with the cell phone that was taken during the arrest of accused number 1 under case 2173 of 2019, and it is referred to a Samsung cell phone that was retrieved from accused number 1. And MOGOLA said, let's not forget that accused number 1 was arrested like twice, different dates, but the case is the same, but he was arrested twice. Why Pulela? She's telling on herself. What is she saying?
She was arrested twice. She knows that she was arrested. He was arrested twice.
Exactly like how you were putting it. That they caught him for the illegal substance case, they released him, then they caught him again.
Then they realized, oh, we don't have anyone to actually stand on this. We need...
Telling on herself. Well, that's very relevant to what you are saying, Mngomezulu said, because he picked it up. He picked it up, ne?
He did.
Because your evidence, according to this affidavit, you read during examination in chief, dealt with 2 cell phones. And the other one is black and the other one is gold. But it dealt with 2 cell phones. And MOGOLA said that she remembers saying that. Mngomezulu then asked her. Now the other interesting part is that when the cell phone was retrieved in 2019, it was taken from accused number 1, it was sealed, and it was given a PA number that is different from a PA number that you just mentioned in this court. Do you want to satisfy yourself with the distinction? And MOGOLA said yes. Mngomezulu then moved on to ask her, can you please read the PA number which you say 2 cell phones were put in as per your evidence? MOGOLA read the PA number of PA 500180696 and the other PA number. MOGOLA agreed that they are not the same.
The one that Gouws had on his affidavit.
And the one that she had are different.
Is it Stein or Gouws?
Gouws. Different. So I'm going to say it was in 2020. Gouws did say that they gave him the exhibits in 2020, did he not? It was not Stein, it was Gouws.
So why do they have different PA numbers? Someone somewhere opened it before it reached Gouws.
Yes.
Why did they open it?
Why was it open?
After it was sealed with happiness as usual in front of the accused. Why did they open it?
Mngomezulu then asked, in actual fact, according to your evidence and Mr. Gouws' evidence, there should actually be 3 cell phones that were found with accused number 1.
2 from you, 1 from Gouws, because the PA is different. That's basically what Mngomezulu was saying.
Yes. And MOGOLA said that she's not sure where Colonel Gouws got this exhibit bag number because...
Now we have started throwing each other under the bus. And Gouws is not done. He's going to get one back to you. Do not be tempted.
Don't. He's coming back. Gouws is coming back.
He's not going to let you throw him under the bus. No way.
And you heard how much of a fighter Gouws is. Gouws can fight. They are male into Gouws. So,
it's a good thing that Gouws was paused, by the way. Because now we still get a chance to ask him, what a move. Coincidence.
I wouldn't want to upset Gouws.
It only can be God doing this.
It only can be God.
You pause someone and then you need him.
Sure. Well, she did throw Colonel Veiws under the bus. Because she said, what I know is that after the analysis, the downloading is done. They are out in the new exhibit. So she's not sure if he got a hold of this new exhibit number and worked on that information. She said she had no idea, but they can check and trace where it's coming from. So literally she was trying to put the blame on Veiws to say that Veiws is the one who changed,
who reported the one. Yes, obviously he had to open it.
Who opened and then after opening changed the exhibit number.
No, we are talking the one that was used when it came. That's what Veiws was testifying on. The one where it was going back, yes, we'll deal with that one. We're talking the time when it came.
When Veiws received it, it had a different PA number to the number that you have written, that when it left and went to Veiws, it was this PA number.
Veiws Molife is really reminding people to like the video. It's close to 600. We have 343. That is true, guys. Please like the video. That's all we are asking for. Like the video.
We will never stop begging for that like button to be pressed. Well, Mngomezulu then said yes, but what is of importance is that in terms of that affidavit of Mr. Veiws, he was contacted by Mr. Brigadier Kininda. Well, yes, Veiws did not mention MOGOLA much.
Yeah, what he was trying to say here, Mngomezulu, is that he is talking about, Veiws is talking about the PA number when Kininda delivered it.
Yes.
So you cannot blame it to him.
Yes. Well, then MOGOLA said that, and this affidavit is one of the contents in the docket 636, which she's investigating. And Mngomezulu asked, with the leave of the court, that he does not want to disturb the record. He just wants to place the reasons why accused number 1 was released from Shrelekop in 2019 to this witness, MOGOLA. And he said, okay, now these are skaklas, story time. There is a witness that is going to testify that accused number 1 was arrested on the basis that Mr. Zungu called General Leshabane and informed him that the firearm that was used to kill senzoMeyiwa is suspected to be in possession of accused number 1 inTembisa. Then he said because General Leshabane was aware that Warrant Officer Makhubo was also the investigating officer in this matter, he called Warrant Officer Makhubo to come to Shrelekop. And it has been placed by Makhubo that he found General Sibiya, General Leshabane, and Zungu in one of the offices.
Yeah,
he
General Sibiya on retirement all the time suspended. Yeah.
And he even said that he suspected to be the office that they were in, he suspected it to be the office of General Leshabane with Zungu in that office when he arrived at Shrelekop. And when he listened or was listening for the evidence from Zungu, from the statement that Zungu was giving to the generals, that's when Zungu told them that Fisoguhle Ntuli, which is accused number 5, was also seen around those days in Tembisa.
While in jail. Is he in Lukop?
Yeah, he was in Lukop. Was it Kalagabusha Lukop? I don't know.
It was in Lukop. I don't know. Yeah.
But I think he was still in KZN.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, that's basically what the informant, the intelligence that Kininda was referring to, how they find out this whole thing through the intelligence of Yebo. How do you trust a person who says Yebo?
That's when Warrant Officer Makhubo started to doubt the evidence that the statement Zungu was telling them, because they are saying that Warrant Officer Makhubo even took out a photo, took out his phone. Okay, he took out his phone. He went to the images on his phone. He showed Zungu an image depicting Fisoguhle Ntuli. He showed him and he said, "Are you referring to this person?" is this person you say that you have seen in Tembisa? And Zungu said yes. And that is the person that was seen according to his informer. So Zungu allegedly, apparently also had an informer. I'm sorry. Fisogotlen, he said, was seen around Tembisa. And that's when Warrant Officer Makhubo was like, no. Hell to the no.
The guy is going cuckoo.
It can't be. No, it can't be.
Sing
because I'm the one who arrested Fisogotlen. I am the one who arrested him in 2018. And then he asked to approach accused number 5, who Advocate Mngomezulu, and they went together with Advocate Nyeka. He first started asking Advocate Nyeka because he's the one representing Advocate Mshololo in her absence. Advocate Mshololo on Fridays.
Arekopan.
Well, then they went to accused number 5 and they consulted a bit, and when he came back, he said that Warrant Officer Makhubo informed Zungu that he arrested accused number 5 on the 13th of August 2018. There is no way Ntulu could have been around Tembisa. And MOGOLA said, and remember, he did not just arrest him. This man was investigating Fisogotlen Ntuli.
Yes.
It means he was aware of his movements. It means he knows where he was moving before he arrested him. Right?
Then all of a sudden is told, Udaibu, the ghost of the person you arrested is outside.
He had been investigating him for years. Okay? So, Asas, MOGOLA then said, no comment. Mngomezulu continued to say, and Warrant Officer Makhubo will come and tell this court that immediately after he told Zungu that this man could not be in Tembisa, then Leshabane put both his hands on his head.
Aryo.
You put me in trouble. You put me in trouble. What will I say to the National Commissioner? What would be the reason for me to arrest accused number 1 now? And General Sibiya went out of Leshabane's office, left them there, and thereafter a decision was taken to go and search again to the place where accused number 1 was residing. Hence, that illegal substance was found. As they allege, it was found
with no search warrant.
And then he was charged with possession.
I can almost see that probably there was no search warrant. That's why the case was struck off.
They don't like doing warrants much. I haven't come across one such warrant from these people. About trying to warrant. No, it's not that thing. That's why I keep saying that if they could afford lawyers, there's no way they'd be sitting there. No way. There's no way they would have been sitting there. So in a nutshell, the evidence of Zungu was disbelieved on the onset. That is why accused number 1 was released on the 19th of March 2019 on the allegation of the death of senzoMeyiwa. Baloyi stood to object, asking if it is fair to confront this witness with hearsay evidence and to state hearsay evidence as a fact. Well, these people like Baloyi, you said you are going to subpoena them for the state to come and testify, 2 of them, General Sibiya and Leshabane.
And easy plate. And easy.
Why are you saying it's hearsay evidence? You said they are going to come and testify. Did you not say that? Why are you calling it hearsay evidence? Well, the judge said that he doesn't know. Judge Nai acting brand new. Like, Mr. Anonymous, you are right. They are not going to come, these people.
And easy plate. Maybe one Leshabane, but I don't see the other one coming. Because you see why? The problem is that he's here to testify as who? At the time of that case happening, at the time of the problems that were taking place there, he was suspended. And that's the first question they're going to ask him. Do you think he's coming?
What were you doing?
Sibiya, do you think he's coming?
I don't think so.
And easy plate.
And easy.
And easy. When you were interfering.
When?
And Pella, that amounts to interfering because you are suspended.
Yes.
What are you doing there?
Yes.
Not only that, you were there also in the house there.
Hey.
You know.
When we got there, the scene was already compromised. You were there as a hawk.
So,
Johnny.
do you think he's gonna come? I'm asking you now. And easy.
Well, Mngomezulu said that this witness is the IO, and if case 636, and it is her evidence that she was aware of the arrest of accused number 1 in 2019, what could be the reason for not putting the reason why accused number 1 was released in 2019? So that must be put to her, is what Mngomezulu was arguing with Advocate Baloyi. And he was saying that I'm placing it on record so that when my witnesses are coming, that it has been put on the record. One thing I can say that since Warrant Officer Makhubo testified in the trial within a trial, I'm sure he's the witness that Mngomezulu is boldly talking about now. But when it comes to Leshabane and Sibiya, they were supposed to be called for the trial within a trial. And Advocate Baloyi stood quickly to say, you know what, they are going to be testifying for the state, so it will be a conflict or whatever, you know?
I think, my lord, Advocate Mngomezulu must know that we're still going to call those people, and perhaps we not Warrant Officer Makhubo. Obvious, you're not going to bring Warrant Officer. We're going to collapse the case.
The way you do Advocate Baloyi's invitation. Aye, spot on.
Obvious. Hello? You're not going to bring that.
And for him to go on and say it's hearsay evidence, I'm like, Evanna, you said these two witnesses.
He's been actually doing that. He's been saying people will be called. So what is wrong when Mngomezulu is doing it now?
How is it hearsay evidence? Because you said they're going to come and testify. Johnny. Well, the judge said yes. Okay, you can put your argument. And Mngomezulu said that 2020, accused number 2 is arrested again, and all the allegations that he was involved in the killing of senzoMeyiwa, all the processes were followed, and even today, accused number 1 is vehemently denying his involvement in the death of senzoMeyiwa. At the time when you said accused number 1 said that I was waiting for the right time to come. Remember how she said that accused number 1 wanted to get something off his chest, and he was waiting for the right time to come so that he could confess. Do you remember that part? And Mngomezulu said, I'll just put it on record because I have witnesses that I'm going to call in defense of accused number 1 or the rest of the accused. Mngomezulu requested for the matter to stand down until Monday for proper preparation of the statements, that they are more than 14. So he wants to prepare properly those statements before he can continue on Monday.
So we adjourn.
Right. And Baloyi did not have a problem with the adjournment.
As usual, it's Friday.
Friday.
It all works out for good reason. Mzansi, hello. That's what we're doing now.
Burning to call. Now is the time. Hopefully you haven't fallen asleep. Hopefully. Just call. Now is your time. Now we are done. We got everything we needed to get off our chest. It's gone. You can call in. The number is scrolling down below. Please dial it and call us and tell us.
Mzansi, hello.
Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
Hello, sir. How are you?
But I can hear myself at the back. There is an echo. Please reduce the volume.
I'm sorry. I'll switch it off. Can you hear me properly now?
Yes, we can.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
In as much as you refer to as anonymous, apart from Emily, I would have loved to refer myself to as anonymous too, but I'm not going to do that anymore.
Yeah.
By the way, briefly, I'm one of those that bothered you guys by calling so much last night.
Yeah.
For the early hours of the morning.
Apologies, man.
Apologies.
You got us in the wrong
No
time.
problem, no problem. And you're about to say, I'm going to pronounce your name. I'm like, I'm just going to stop and just listen till I understand how you guys operate. Overall, you guys are doing a good job.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
My name is Muzi Sibiya.
Yes.
My biggest concern with the entire justice system of the country.
Yeah.
The black nation in its entirety has got so much belief in the so-called white aspects that are called into this court to testify. Not a majority of them that have come over that have got sound academic qualifications, yet they are referred to as experts. The most latter one is a guy that was asked the most simplest of questions as to the meaning of the CIM. And that's a forensic investigator who didn't know he was asked that question by Ramusipile. It goes all the way back to the Criminal Procedure Act of 51 of 1997, whereby the definition of authorized officers is so vague because the entire justice system has been created to promote whiteness in this country. I was not amazed by the so-called Ratamphake, for the lack of a better word. I don't know what to refer to him as. He's also so fond of white people, like he is. He proves himself now and again. It is so tiring and tedious. All the white people that have been called into that court as experts. He tried the other day to argue against the guy who had done the DNA when the head that was left in that house in Phosphorus, who said none of the accused DNAs were found in that head. He was talking about the number of DNA genes that must be found, which is about a total of 16. That when is it that a certain amount of number is less than 13, it becomes inconclusive. They like, if there are similarities, they tried that very question with Baloyi just because they were forcing the situation that the 5 accused who are in front of the court today must have been in the house. The DNA didn't prove any of that. They had to leave that evidence. What hurts me the most, we don't believe in our own black excellence. Baloyi, who keeps on, I even, by the way, today refer to him as Exhibit Exhibit, which is Exhibit JJ when he pronounces it in Afrikaans. But I'll leave it at that. I mean, it's so hurtful. I'm sad. You guys are doing a good job. I will subscribe and try to support you. Thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling.
Guys, keep on calling. If we missed your call, it's not by fault. It's not by purpose. We missed it because someone else was still on the call. Zanzi, hello.
Hello.
Hi, sir. How are you?
Yes, how are you, Mr. Anonymous?
We're good.
It's Howard calling from Namibia.
Yes.
I'm very lucky today.
You are. You are.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Emily. Thank you, guys. I'm following you every day, and I hear. There's something that I need to talk today.
Yes.
It is about the case number 217.
Yes.
I am not so sure. I'm not a legal mind, but what happens is I heard that these guys, they are from the court case unit So if they arrested the accused number 1 with the case 217, which was the drugs, I'm not really sure, was that a cold case or how did it happen that, because when they were asked by Mngomezulu, they arrested accused number 1 because of case 636. They argued and then they said it was 217. So my question is, was 217, was it a cold case or maybe I don't know, maybe it was just a way of them to get a way of getting him in?
I definitely believe so. But just to answer you, they are still police. Even though they are in the cold case, so-called cold case, I use inverted commas, just that you cannot see me. They are still eligible to arrest you if they see you. I hope they don't see me in any time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, guys. I really enjoy. I don't know what to say, but you are doing a great job, and I am learning a lot from you, and a lot of things that you have said, they are now starting to come out, and we are now seeing what is happening, and I hope next week the truth will come out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so
bye.
much for watching. Thank you. And they resuscitate. They resuscitate us. That's what I wanted to say. They resuscitate the cases. They
wake it up. It's like, hey man, Vuga. Vuga. So what I've observed also today is that Mngomezulu was moving like D4 a bit. Yeah, it's like D4 was back. You know.
Now that you mention it, D4 has this way of just not acknowledging resistance. I remember with Maumela, it used to happen a lot. He would just
continue.
go.
Yes.
Continue.
Yeah.
He never would stop. That's why Maumela ended up shouting. It reminded me of him, honestly speaking. Yeah.
Mzansi, hello?
Right.
Mzansi, hello.
Hello.
I say, how are you?
I'm all right.
Yes.
Yeah. So now, can you see why Mngomezulu was complaining about the J50?
Yes.
The J50 that was used to arrest Sibiya for the second time.
And it is being ignored in that court because the judge now this is the time where you say, because you accepted everything, right? This is the time where you start questioning things.
Yeah, because what happened is that in 2019, after Makhubo dismissed the issue of Sibiya being involved after Makhubo dismissed the issue of Sibiya being involved in the matter of Senzo.
Yes.
He was supposed to be released, isn't it?
Yes, he was.
But then they went on to search at his place and then found the so-called drugs and arrested him. But somehow, for whatever reason, they didn't take him to court, so they released him. And then come 2020, Kininda now, still based on Zungu's evidence, decided to secure Sibiya so that they can interrogate him for the senzoMeyiwa matter.
Yes.
So they then decided to revive the drugs case.
Substance.
So in order the substance case. So in order to secure him, they then went on to misrepresent the application for a J50.
Okay.
That's when then you get the 1818 and the 818 issue of the address. Meanwhile, Sibiya was not, as far as he was concerned, he had been cleared for the substance case. So he wasn't aware that he was being looked for. Because when they found him, he wasn't even he was not someone on the run. So it was easy for them. It was easy for them to find him.
Yeah, that is true.
So they went on to arrest him using that J50, and then probably they went on to plant the ammunition and stuff, so that they make their case stronger. So that is why Mngomezulu was livid about that J50 thing in the trial, within a trial. Now things are shaping up now.
Yeah, they are. They are. We see them.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
We get you.
Okay. That was my submission.
Thank you. Thank you for your submission.
Okay. Good night.
Night. Morning. It always gets me, this thing. Mzansi, hello. Mzansi, hello.
Morning, sir.
Morning. How are you?
All right, and you, man?
Not bad.
Morning, Emily.
Morning.
Hope you guys good, yeah?
Yeah, we are good.
Yep.
Well, listen, we're very proud. We're very proud to have you guys around. I have to be honest. You guys nail everything just the way it is. You put everything together. You know, sometimes it's pulling us to watch that whole thing. And for us to come out here and just listen to you guys makes everything very easy.
Thank you.
My only worry now is just the way the judge chooses how to what to write down and whatever to listen to. But it's unfortunate that there's nothing that we can do other than just to watch and listen to it.
Yep.
Looking at Intanzi there, looking at the guys. I mean, these all people. Of course, some of them have got their own stuff. They have to pay for it. But then, looking these youngsters messing up their whole future and their family out there, man, it's crazy.
It is.
But it is what it is. Let's watch and see what Mngomezulu has for us next week.
Yes.
Thank you guys, and have a nice night.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Ciao. Bye.
Zanzi, hello.
We'll see next week.
Oh, guess what? I was trying to catch on someone who keeps on calling, and I see they've dropped. Right. My job is now to read Morning Family with the experience I have had with the people of color, by the way, guys. That's the word you use here in the streets. I've had people, they do confess before they pass away. They don't want to pass away with secrets. They will come clean about this case that Kinindi used them to implicate the accused number 5. That's allegedly. Yeah, so someone is saying that people of color do not like passing away on things that passing away with things they eventually crack.
Yeah, if they've done bad
if they've
things.
done something bad. That's basically the gist of the message.
That moment.
Right, guys, keep on calling. Like the video. 400 out of 600. Weighs 200. Like the video, guys. Share the video. And Mzansi, hello. Mzansi, hello.
No.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. I'll just be quick and straight to the point.
All right.
The reason why
Did you just put a break on yourself?
is the reason why he accept.
Yes.
The reason why he accept.
Oh, okay. I guess there's lagging between us. Please continue speaking.
Going his way.
Speaking.
That he can actually do is accept the adjournment so that at least go down over the weekend of a glass of whiskey with his papa Rata and try to strategize a new formula to counter Mngomezulu, because they're now really scared of Mngomezulu and the way he's acting, because he's acting like a rattled snake. You can't really see where he's going and where he's coming from.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's another blow for them, but they need to counter how the blow is coming. So yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, these guys are in cahoots. It's gonna be very hard for the defense to work their way through it.
Okay.
That's all I can say. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Please,
Thank
not
you very
that.
much.
Allegedly.
Yes.
Yes. Mzansi, hello.
Good morning.
Morning.
Morning, Mr. Anonymous. Morning, Emily.
Morning.
I'm asking for someone. I'm not stealing from you, Emily. I'm calling for someone. I'm not calling for myself.
Oh, yeah?
Okay.
On behalf of someone.
Yeah. Okay, now, my take here now, there's a clip when he on Twitter.
Yeah.
I don't know, from Mr. Honorable Minister of the Police.
Yeah.
Talking about what you call it, I mean, inkabi ukuthi sitholakala KZN.
Yeah.
And ngabona umapisa naye lapha bambeza and show hey, this guy has got something, so much life sentences, what ngabhala lapha ngahlanganisa 2+1 ukuthi what does this mean? Why inkabi zingaka nje azekhethe lena A1? So anyway, I'll just leave it like that for now.
Thank you. We'll connect the dots.
Yeah, but there's another thing, the one last thing now.
Yeah.
Is this thing Mngomezulu manje. I think we won't gonna have Mngomezulu the rest of this case. Yeah, ngoba the speed ahambe ngaso namhlanje is the speed when therefore exited.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, uste Buccal uba nenkinga maseka khuluma ukuthi I've got witnesses who gonna say this and this. That time therefore had problems, man.
Yeah, waqalile inkinga matamba zikho.
Yeah, ziqalile inkinga Mngomezulu I think on Monday uyogula or bamiyele enyangeni abuyakhwehlela in asas. But anyway, thank you very much.
Thank you. It's all alleged. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Thank you. Zanzi, hello.
With the experience I have had with...
Please lower your volume.
Hello? That's the word you use.
Hello.
Please lower your volume.
At the background, switch off the
Hello?
TV.
Please switch
The volume of the TV. We can hear
Hello?
ourselves.
Hi, how are you?
Thank you.
I'm okay, Baba. How are you?
I'm all right.
Thank you so much, Emily and Mr. Anonymous. Yeah, thank you very much. Honestly, you are doing a great job.
Thank
you.
Yazi, I have a feeling this will come to an end soon. Like the last caller was saying, my worry is the lives of these guys that have been wasted so much. I'm one of your serious subscribers, and I try by all means to support where I can.
Thank you.
And somehow, at one stage, I believe something tells me Uguti, this Judge Rata person, somehow, I think has let this thing go to kind of like expose police. Because
yeah, no, I hear
don't
you.
know what the guy. No, maybe that's my other feeling. Yeah, I don't know with government. I mean, ekhaya kuvele nje kunohlupho olukhulu, and I don't know why these guys are letting this thing go on when they can see. I know, of course, there has to be some conclusion, but I don't know ukuthi bayigelelani into le imosheka kangaka when they can see the end result. Yeah, but anyway, honestly, I just wanted to say, I stayed up because I just thought, okay, so one that I say UK, but I just thought, okay, I'll stay up.
Thank you.
You know, for this thing. And thank you so much. Just continue. We are behind you. Thank you
very much. Thank you.
Bye.
We appreciate you. Right. Hey, khona leyo ukuthi ke though maybe the expo
You've lost hope. Initially, that's what I thought.
We thought like
the
that
judge is gonna
initially.
show us. There has to be an ace.
The problem now starts when you are fighting with the defense. Like you show that you are throwing punches when they are throwing punches. Now then that's become the problem. Mzansi, hello. Mzansi, hello.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Can you hear me, Mr. Anonymous?
We can hear you perfectly.
Okay, perfect. That's fine. I just want to say today, Advocate Mngomezulu actually exposed the biggest liar in this whole case study, which is Zungu. You know, like we've always said it within our family meetings that, you know, like the person behind the story of these lies is this guy Zungu. And again, like you see, it's also been revealed that like a cover up. It's not only a cover up for one person, but a cover up for a lot of people. Like, you know, like these days we just say like, oh, why are they calling so many police officers? Apparently, allegedly, we are trying to protect Law General Lesha what, you know, because he said allegedly, what will I tell the National Commissioner? And then he decides to sacrifice Sibiya because he wanted to please the police commissioner. So we mustn't be surprised as to why we see a lot of police officers being here. It's because they are trying to cover up for that man, you know. But I'm just so glad because God, at the end of the day, exposes all the lies. And we'll keep on praying for the defense team, especially Ubabungo. Like, he needs prayers, and we will pray without ceasing. Thank you so much for the good job that you're doing, even though we sleep very late at night. Yeah. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye. We apologize.
Thank you. Right. We really appreciate you guys too. One thing that I want to say.
We are listening.
Do you see the difference when someone is independent of legal aid?
Even Defo was.
Yeah.
Advocate Defo was not.
People come to life when they're independent of legal aid. How they come to life?
He was doing it pro bono.
We are blaming these lawyers. Maybe. Just maybe. Maybe there's more to it at the back that is really pulling the strings. That's my alleged.
When they started talking about him getting paid by legal aid,
he got timid. Yeah. He went down. He came on the high note and then he went down a bit. But now I think there's a bit of freedom. Hey, we hope that wherever the money comes from, it does not run dry.
We pray. We pray that it does not run dry. It is filled and filled and filled, because we need to get to the bottom of this.
Otherwise, we'll have to pay ourselves.
Otherwise,
yeah, we'll have to pay ourselves. Right, guys, this is a time where, hey, guys, I've been presenting with headache. Just that, but I'm feeling the pain. Raul, thank you for being with us. Sims Kaba, Dipuo, Le Kalakala, Tebile, Lamini, Sizum Gaga, Net. And also thank you again for this generous offer that you gave us. Ansike Moyo, thank you. Mtuduzi, Ronald Shongwe, thank you guys for being here. We had Chuku Anna, thank you for being here, and good morning and good night to others. I don't know. Colin Love, yes, thank you for being here. We thank you for supporting us. Sibanda Skatele. Sibanda Skatele. Thank you for being here. CK Polka, thank you for being here. Tabiso Daung, thank you for being here. Gebi, thank you for being here. Zosbia, Spama Sugu, Petla, thank you. Ozi Dube, thank you. And Ansikemo, I hope I'm not repeating you. The Black Star, Lufate, thank you. And Pearl Kumalo, thank you. And Spepelo Guma, thank you. We had like it's a lot of you today. Mamela Skunan, thank you for being here. And Lana Lento, thank you for being here. And yes, indeed, please like the video. It's reminding people to like the video. 407, that is the number of likes that we had at the time. Now we have 421. Please like the video and subscribe. As you subscribe and interact with the video, any way you want to do, yes. But okay, do not copy. Use it somewhere else. Tandazile, thank you. We see you. Bongani, Utanti, thank you. Yeah, Tapiwa, thank you.
Thank you.
Refilwe. Thank you. Katid, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think I have covered you guys. If I missed you, and again, thank you to Isaiah, and may you feel better. Jeremiah, Jeremiah, bye. We see you. Lebohang, thank you. And good night. Yes, good night, Caesar. Good morning. And that's a good morning. That's why we have this headache. We have to sleep. Eventually, it's impossible to sleep without giving you guys something. Yeah. So and it catches up because we have to go to work in the morning. It does catch up, but at least thank God it's Saturday.
Gonna sleep.
We're gonna sleep. Did I miss anyone who's important? If I did, apologies. Next time, I'll definitely call your name. Just because you are supporting Mpodi. I see you. Yes, Mpodi. I see you. And Tulitools, yes. Tulitools, you are important here. Lufati, like people like Tulitools, Lufati, Mtozi Slanga. Those are people who are here. Come hell or high water, cold, hot. We even know them by name. I think I'm missing someone. Let's take this caller before we leave. Hello, Mzansi.
Hello, ndatuwakana ni masilikai.
Yes, Rizui.
Riti, awusemile kai tengwana mme.
Rideng.
Dangi, ndatano nomazi. Ndati muti ndatano nomazi. Ndaholi yasanyano. Obane ritwa ikipase kin rapeze hantle.
Yes.
Jwali nochinana oziwe. Mamfundisi no uti wikedi no chinana otobula kisi ka ofera nyele obane no chinana mamfundisi otodumela ntu enwele ndati Mngomezulu ebua jwale ha dumela ntu enwele weshimezo otbula ile kisi ka ofela haona ornenda dirata akagweba batho ba ba etrongo mamfundisi le orne hana kisi obane ndo esebeza ke bopaki so bopaki habuyo batho hamana bopaki totally to all hamana case obane batho bao habana bana orna hai confession ke ona re tlo emanka yona re gwa batho ka pelinyana case closed. Yes. So no just camera take a koto the reality take a koto so havana chance havana case ba fedile batho ba o fedile ka bona o fedile tu fedile corner no chinana wo ntaze ba tswe free amonate abana case lo jena mamfundisa awuna next into atwana na lento lemngomezulu uzulumela ntongolongo yes rata utwetsa ana wetsa next balo utwetsa ba fedile baloyi ba fedile baloyi thank you haholo thank you haholo bye
thank you
thank you
Thank you.
It's a good one to close with.
Yeah.
Sibiya is saying that Orlando Pirate, Amazulu are coming for revenge. He's got a ticket for you. If you've got a ticket for me, I'll definitely take that ticket. So that unfortunately, if you don't support Pirates, and you do that, I'll take that ticket and I know I'm going to win. Amazulu Vele, it's my bread. My daily bread, that thing. I chow them for lunch, any time. I don't see them coming back. Not when they are in the Mngomezulu court. Yes, someone said, please interpret. It's interesting.
God, he's saying that the time has come for God now. To do what God does, in the sense that we've come from the Easter holidays, we've prayed, and now MOGOLA is going to from now on under cross-examination with Mngomezulu, just agree to everything Mngomezulu is saying, and we're going to watch her blow this case.
Yes,
according to the caller.
Yes. Tembelani Kanye. Michelle Lee, Mamelo, I've called you. It's Monet D, Seizure Mgaga, and who did I not call here? Who's here? Busy commenting. Yeah, I think I've called almost everyone. Yeah, thank you guys for. I need this time to sleep, so that I can wake up fresh. Thank you again. Like the video, share the video. That's it from me. Ngipuma kanje.